Hey guys, welcome back. I gotta say, another day in the bag with no trades, at least on the stream. So from 9:15 to typically around 10:30, between 10:30 and 11 o'clock, we stream and we first review the watch list and we trade the market open every day. But Friday, we didn't do any trades on the stream, and then today we didn't do any trades on the stream, which is very, very rare. Typically, we do between 2 and 3 trades based on our small account challenge, because that's how much we can do based on our account allocation in our cash account. Because every time we trade, let's say $1,000, we can't trade that $1,000 again till Wednesday. It takes 48 hours to get your cash back in a cash account to retrade that money. So, I like to allocate my account 2 to 3 trades. And, today I just didn't really feel those opportunities. Not to mention, the whole market was halted again. So, another reason that I really wanted to be a little bit more pause off. But I knew since the SPY, the SPX futures were down 12% before the market opened, I had a feeling it was going to be one of those days where just the price is absolutely low and then we bounce higher, and that's really more of a play, not so much for the small caps, but for the large caps. And that's what I think a lot of traders were looking at. Even AMD was trading like a small cap today, just huge bounces off the lows around 11%. Crazy. And I should have been a little bit more aggressive with that because I kind of knew it was going to happen. That's exactly what happened last time. I think it was on Monday or Thursday. There's been so many halt days, I'm losing track of them. But that really would have been the way to trade today. Although I gotta say, our lead gapper OPGN looked really, really good. Pulled back to $3, ripped up 20% in the market open, and then kind of consolidated, pulled back again to $3, and then it ran all the way to almost $6. It was like 580 something. Insane. So almost 100% move in like 7 minutes. Super unprecedented. You typically don't see that ever, but on a day like today, you don't really know what's going to happen. That's why I was so cautious today, but I knew being cautious was going to make me miss a lot of moves, just like that one. So OPGN, $3 was big time support. This is a lead gapper with a coronavirus catalyst. It was good stock to get aggressive on, but I didn't feel like it was a good decision either. So I just kind of let that one go. I was waiting though for a crack of $3 and see if the selling momentum slows down, which is what happened. And then it was consolidating above $3, which is kind of a fairly bullish sign. So maybe I should have got a little bit more aggressive, but whatever. Making $0 on a day like today where the overall market is down, 7, 8, it was down 11% is also fine. You don't have to trade every day. And today I didn't really feel those opportunities that I was really looking for. So it's totally fine not trading. But the recap video is going to be a little quicker today. I'm going to show you a few of the tickers we were looking at today and talk about what could have been some nice potential entries. Around 10 o'clock though, I think would have been the time to really start trading. 10 o'clock was like the new 9:30 today because, everything kind of got shifted over 15 minutes from the halt, and then everyone was like really uneasy afterwards. TOS was also a little bit glitchy still. And then around 10 o'clock is like when some bottoms were hit, and we really started ripping to the upside on a lot of these tickers we were looking at. So maybe getting a little bit more aggressive, but then it's so hard to say on a day like today, but today getting a bit more aggressive near whole number support and long-term multi-month support levels after 10 o'clock would have been a huge ticket today. So I guess lesson learned, but how are we going to be able to apply that lesson to the rest of the year where we have normal conditions? That's also another big question mark, but yeah, I don't know. Just kind of fun to be part of it. And it was also good fun to be in the chat room again with you guys, seeing what you were trading and just learning from everyone. So let's get to the recap. Let's go to the charts. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy this content. And if you're totally new here and you want to learn more about trading and check out one of the upcoming live streams, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon too, so you'll be notified on our next upcoming live stream. So guys, let's go to the recap video and the charts for now, and then I will see you first thing tomorrow morning. Also clipped a little bit of my mustache. I don't know if you can tell. Let's go. All right, guys, so this is our lead gapper OPGN, and yeah, no trades today on any of our, specifically with our small account, Gap and Go challenge account. OPGN was our lead gapper, or our one of our 2 lead gappers. It kind of, made a nice little red to green move here, and, this was a pretty solid little bounce, 20%. But at no point did I really feel comfortable trading it. At first, I was waiting for a move under $3 and maybe some selling momentum to slow down and then get on that trade, but we missed that. It just didn't sell off as much as I wanted. Plus that whole, market-wide 15-minute hold kind of put me on edge a little bit as well. So kind of missed OPGN. It was a pretty clean move, about 100% gap up. Big green day here, which is really nice, but it was a former runner, and we had some big time resistance at $4. So kind of putting me on edge. OPGN did have some nice news though. So I was really thinking this could be a really solid play today. And they had right here now offering coronavirus rapid test kit, for the coronavirus in Europe. So definitely big news there. And also check out this OPGN, $125 million volume on the day. That's huge. This thing is really heavily traded for a 24 million market cap company with shares outstanding only 5.5 million. It was the lead gapper, biggest percentage gainer so far, 116%. So, you know, it had a lot going for it. And you know, maybe trading, getting a little bit more aggressive with the OPGN would have been the ticket. Maybe not necessarily here in that first bounce, although this could have been a nice trade, but definitely here at the $3 area. Let me quickly scroll back here, because what happened in this area was quite interesting. So we pulled back. Let me zoom out. Okay, so this is good. We pulled back here and retested the $3 area. We tried to crack it once, but the volume wasn't very high, and then we bounced instantly back up and started consolidating here. And this was around 10:30, and you know, at the time, I thought this was a bit more of a kind of, I don't know, not the most bullish sign, but I should have understood that $3 was big time support, and we just bounced off of it and we didn't crash under it. So maybe I should have got aggressive there, try to buy this and look for a reversal, maybe back above VWAP. It would have been a little different than my typical trading strategy, but you know, on a day like today, it's kind of okay to just, you know, switch things up a little bit in terms of, you know, taking trades with good risk and reward. And I think this was kind of a good risk reward trade because we have that big $3 support underneath and we're buying a pullback. So we're kind of already doing what we want to be doing, only buying pullbacks on days like today. But yeah, I kind of missed this. And then it just absolutely rips in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. It goes up, you know, 80%. So huge move. Buying this dip here would have been tough. I don't know. I thought there could be a big flash crash, and it basically was, but you don't know if it's going to go down to here or if it's going to go here. To me, it was just, you know, a big guessing game with OPGN at this point. And I don't know, I have a limit order here. Maybe we're going to go back to 3, have a little bounce. I would like to sell maybe into like a 10% bounce or something like that here. But at the moment, this thing, you know, OPGN looks like it's really selling off, has such big resistance above it, has a lot of reverse splits, probably a lot of back holders taking profits in these areas. A lot of the spikes haven't held. So it's not really something I'd want to trade overnight, or it's not really something I want to, you know, try to be trading in these breakout territories. So I'll probably leave it at that. And then OPCI, our other lead gapper, without a catalyst, but you know, was looking pretty good pre-market as well. 38 million market cap, 10 million shares outstanding, and gapping up quite nicely here in this area, 60%. But you know, also pulling back under VWAP, just didn't look super nice. What I did think we could do with this one is a trade off of $4, and that would have worked really well. I called it out in the morning pre-market. I said, you know, OBCI, as we come back to $4, which is big time support, you know, doing a trade off of that could be a really nice trade. And I kind of should have stuck to the original thesis and kind of just had a limit order there. But again, the fact that the market was really shaky today made me really cautious, but I should have got a little bit more aggressive with the OPCI and OPGN near big multi-month support levels. I kind of always say that, especially on these big dip days, like just, you know, buying these dips is a good thing to do. And it's always typically a good thing to do on a lead gapper. So that probably was a bit bigger of a mistake on my end, just kind of getting aggressive on those lead gappers near the pullbacks. You know, these are phenomenal days to dip buy. And I'll actually show you SPCE, where it had a really nice bounce not too long ago. And just, you know, everything, even AMD, for example, a big company that, you know, a lot of people talk about, a lot of people trade, young and old, everyone, you know, this chip manufacturer has just always been on kind of in the spotlight. And since the market sold off today, it just, you know, how much lower can these stocks go? These are big companies, and when they just pull back so far with the market open at $39, big time support, you know, the chance of these things just bouncing absolutely 12% is pretty high, and that's kind of what we're seeing across the board. I mean, these large caps are kind of the ones trading like small caps, and that's why I think on a day like today, it's really tough to trade the typical small cap gap and go strategy, because a lot of the traders are looking at companies like AMD, and yeah, just a huge rally. I mean, 12% for a company like this is really, really big stuff. So, could have been a bit more trading opportunities. I probably should have focused on them a little bit more, but what are you going to do? To me, I want to be focusing on this small cap gap and go strategy, and I knew it's not going to be a good day for it, and that's why I decided not to really get aggressive and do much trading. And in hindsight, kind of doing exactly what I thought, trading some of the bigger names would have been the way to go on a day like today. One interesting ETF that has been getting a lot of attention lately is JNUG and JDST. JNUG is a gold ETF, and it's the bullish version of gold. So it's a short-term ticker, I guess you could say, ETF to trade. It's not for long-term investing because ETFs, especially these 3-time bull ETFs, they need to constantly be managed. There's a lot of fees, and they're basically in the long term, they're always going to be going down. But here you can see just absolute, just big sell-offs lately. And then its partner, or, it's the inverse is JDST. And let's quickly pull this one off. This one is bearish in the market. And, we were looking at JDST, and these are really not stocks that I want to be trading. They're ETFs, and they're just very different than what I typically look at. So I kind of ignored them today in terms of, do I want to get aggressive on it? I kind of just said, not really. But these have been some really, really good opportunities lately. JNUG up 60% today, really, really big. And then JDST finding some really nice bounces. A lot of people are trading these. 40% moves on this stuff. So really, really good. And you can see here on the 5-minute, we're really approaching some major 5-minute and daily, some major support zones. So just trading these bounces on a day like today could be very, very profitable. But again, it's not really my bread and butter strategy, but it's kind of good to still, even if you don't trade it, just kind of understanding it and watching it and learning as much as possible. And maybe at one point you're going to see a similar setup and then you want to get aggressive. So kind of interesting to watch JNUG and JDST. Again, JNUG is bullish, so it's bullish on gold, and JDST is bearish on gold. Again, it's not really something we trade often, but it has been popping up on our lead gap and go scanner quite often. So it has been kind of good fun to watch these. And I like how clean they have been trading. They basically are trading like a small cap that we typically want to be trading. But, since small caps, when the market is this crazy, just aren't that popular, traders will start focusing on JNUG. They'll start focusing on AMD or space, and there's just all these companies that offer a little bit better risk reward on a day like today. So JNUG breaking past $5, perfect pullback back to 5, kind of consolidating in this area again, and then just nice move here. This was a 40% move, so this was a clean flat top breakout. So there's just so many ways to trade this, and pretty cool stuff. I don't know how tomorrow's going to be. So far we have made no trades, but I really, we'll know once we run the scanner tomorrow. I think we'll get a pretty good idea, and we'll also know what the SPY is. The SPY was down 11% today. That was a huge sell-off. I don't think I've seen the SPY down 11% ever. So it was, it's a lot to take in, and sometimes on a day like today, you just want to take a step back and kind of, see what happens and see what you can learn. But there's no reason to risk your account or anything like that, taking some risky moves. So that's why today I was a little bit more pause off. And I think overall it wasn't a bad idea. 12.4%, just absolutely wild on the SPY. And then with market halts and you just understand that things are going to be trading a little differently. It's totally fine to be taking a day off. I think if I wasn't live streaming today, I would I don't know, I'd probably just be sitting outside and like sunbathing or something like that, because I'd be like, the chances of me trading today are so slim that why not just do something else. But it is good fun to watch the markets and see how much you could learn from it every time. And I don't know, tomorrow's gonna be a new day. I'm super looking forward to trade again. I think there's a good chance that some good opportunities are going to show up tomorrow. But for now, we're bouncing off the lows, and let's see what kind of day we're going to have tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a green day, but then again, I also wouldn't be surprised if it's a massive red day. It's just been insane in the markets, and for now, I'm a little bit more on the conservative end, kind of just not really rushing anything. We've been having really, really great weeks. March has been absolutely epic for our trading accounts. So, why when we don't see anything, why rush into anything? Because, just because we have some, fear of missing out or some I don't know, realistic, trading expectations that I need to be trading every day. So, on a day like today, pause off, think about what could have been right, what could have worked, and maybe next time we'll trade large caps a little bit more aggressively on a day like today. But also a day like today is very, very rare. So anything you learn or take away today, you might not want to reapply it in the future. So who knows as well. So I don't know, good fun. Either way, in the chat room today, it was really funny to see what you guys are trading. You guys nailed some awesome trades as well. I know some of you guys were in that just absolutely ridiculous OPGN trade when it ran up from $3 to $3 to $5.76 in just a few minutes. I mean, that is what we're looking for. These are the small caps I'm typically looking at. Just today, it was a little bit tougher to trade, but that $3 big support zone, I should have got a little bit more aggressive on it for sure. But again, I was like, I'm going to take today a little bit more slow. So yeah, that's just how it is. No trades today, but tomorrow we'll be back at it. And as long as there's no halts, I'll definitely be getting a little bit more aggressive in those first 15 minutes of the market open. And then, by 10 o'clock and 10:30, I'll be, slowing down a little bit more, being a little bit more conservative on that kind of period of the time. All right, guys, that's everything for this video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the content. And if you're totally new here, definitely consider subscribing. I would love to see you again. Till tomorrow, guys, like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.